Hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are jumping into my May plan with me. I took a minute to decide my theme for this month, but for it being secondhand, and I'll get into that in a second, it turned out really good. But first, as always, my supplies that I'm using, and I'm in a B5 size Archer and Olive notebook. This time, this is my second month going into it, and I'm really enjoying it. Then I'm using two Recollections dual tip brush markers, as well as a Tombow 055, and the two Recollections are Petal, I think, and Citron. Then some Pigma Microns, Uniball Signo pen, my Food No Soke pen, as well as some washi tape. As always, my Forebear Sticker Club stickers that I've chosen, as well as I'm doing some papers and stuff more so this time, and then some leftover Pinterest photos. And then not too many Pinterest photos this time around, because as I mentioned earlier, it's secondhand photos. I have done this theme before previously, but I've never included these sticker packs before, and so I wanted it to be more of a scrapbooking theme and like that, to have that kind of scrapbooking vibe to it. I originally was going to only do I was only going to do just the paper, the scrapbook paper, but I had the leftover flamingo pictures that I had printed out from a previous bullet journal setup. I don't even honestly remember which month it was, but if I'm able to find it, I'll put it in the card above so you can see the original theme. I believe it was probably for a July theme. But anyways, I decided to use some leftover photos just because I don't like wasting photos when I print out like a full page, but the coloring was kind of off of what I wanted. So I most of the time use them for my reading journal, but I haven't used this one yet, and again, I didn't want to throw it out. So I'm reusing this theme, but it's going to look different because I'm using kind of different colors. I'm using more like yellows and greens, and I'm even throwing in some brown there. So it is going to look a little different. And I'm excited. I actually turned out to be like really pretty, and I think that the theme kind of ties everything in really well together, especially with the colors. And I wanted to have a big May title page. I wanted May to really stand out because I didn't have that many photos, so I couldn't do as big of a collage as I normally do on the cover page. And by using the scrapbook paper, I know that I'm able to fill up more of the page, and you'll see that the further I get into it, the more pages I do, I'm kind of running low on photos a little bit, but it all worked out and I ended up having enough photos. But I really liked adding in the scrapbook paper. I think that I'm definitely going to challenge myself more for this year's bullet journal themes. I think I've actually saw on Instagram recently some stamping stuff, and I think I want to try maybe for June to do really like a stamping theme where I use kind of more stamps than I'm using for pictures. Can't say that I'm not going to use pictures at all because that's just my thing and it just makes it easy for me because that's what I'm used to. But I definitely want to challenge myself. This year is a year of using up my stash and using my supplies. I really want to avoid purchasing new things just because I have so much and we have a small space for our hobbies and stuff now, and I just want to make sure that I'm using it. And I have so much scrapbook paper, it's crazy. I used to be a scrapbooker with like 12 by 12 size papers. So if you have any ideas on how to use 12 by 12 papers other than just in this type of theme, let me know in the comments because I need stuff. I need ideas. I need to use my scrapbook paper. I can not buy any more because I don't really scrapbook anymore. And I more so journal in notebooks as opposed to in a full-on scrapbook. I can't say that I'll never do that because it is what got me into crafting and paper and stationery and all that good stuff. But let's get back to what I'm actually doing on screen, which is my, of course, May cover page, just as I'm finishing it. I have not even said what my theme is, and I started out as a cactus theme because of the stickers that I chose from the Four Bears sticker club, and I thought that I really wanted to use those stickers, and it was like a good group of stickers that kind of all went together. And so I just randomly started to pick out different like scrapbook paper and like different things that I wanted to kind of go with it. And then I saw the flamingo pictures and stuff that I had from Pinterest from before, and I'm like, oh, like, because I always want to have like 2 colors, I guess, as my theme. So I had the green and the pink in mind, and then I kind of threw in the yellow. And if you can tell from that first cover page, the green on the page is a little off, just from, I was running out of ink, I'm sure, on my printer before I, replaced one of the cartridges. So the coloring is definitely off, but I still really like it. And I think that it's a good way to still use misprints, right? Like I didn't want to throw out a whole page. But anyways, okay, moving on. We're on to my calendar. I always do this. You'll see is that I tend to, recently anyways, the last few months, I like to put in the functional stuff that I need, aka the calendar itself, as well as, you know, the names and or the title and stuff of the page. And I try to do that first, and then so I know how much room I have left for decoration. But as always, again, I always do it, I forget to put Monday to Sunday on the calendar. I do fix it, and I do come up with an idea to fix it, and you'll see, but I always forget. And I feel like I didn't necessarily struggle with the scrapbook paper and adding it in. I needed to, I don't know, I feel like I was trying to second guess myself too much, and I really wanted this to also be a theme that came together pretty quickly, and I thought that it would just come a little easier for me with the paper. It did come easy. I feel like with this page especially, I was really struggling with balancing the page out. As you can see, I'm kind of like staring at the spread to kind of figure out, okay, how to put essentially yellow on both sides. But I mean, sometimes I care about that, sometimes I don't, because again, it's really like, it's my journal, it's my setup. And if I like the way it looks, then that's great, even if it doesn't perfectly balance. And I tend to try and put the same color, the same thing on each side to kind of tie the two together, but sometimes I don't. And I was really trying to, I think the brown was really throwing me off at first, but once I complete each page and kind of flip through it, I really like how this theme all came together. And I think that it's not colors that I would have normally put together to kind of throw in that brown, but I like how it kind of darkened up the theme a little bit to not have it so bright. I mean, I still wanted it bright because we're in spring, and my new obsession right now, and I struggle to try and get this in focus, but it's a cat licking himself. It's like a cactus cat, and I just thought they were hilarious. But no, my new obsession, is Pepsi Zeros. I used to be a huge Pepsi drinker in like college, and like it was brutal. I would drink Pepsi after Pepsi after Pepsi, and then for years I cut out pop completely. And then when I got pregnant with my son back in 2019, I dabbled into like ginger ale, and the odd time I would have a root beer, really, but it was very rare. And then when I was pregnant with Sydney, my daughter, it was like the floodgate opened, and I just had a root beer anytime we went out to like a fast food joint. And see, here's where I found out that I didn't add the days of the week, but I fix it and I grab another piece of scrapbook paper. I write down the initials Monday, like MT, that sort of thing, and then I glue it at the top. And I actually really liked how it turned out, so it was like a happy accident. But anyways, what was I saying? I was saying that when I was pregnant with my daughter, I drank a lot of root beer, and sometimes I would have the caffeine-free root beer, and sometimes I would have a Barks to kind of treat myself because I preferred Barks over A&W. Anyways, I didn't love that I was drinking calories. I just, like, they're just so high in sugar, and I know that there was a significant difference in what my physical appearance looked like when I would drink pop versus not drink pop. And whether it's better or not, because I know aspartame is not the best either for our bodies, but ultimately everything is kind of bad for us in some sort of way, and I want to be happy. And so I never loved diet things because I hated the aftertaste so much. And with the Pepsi Zero, there still is a little bit of aspartame taste to it, but after I had like one or two, I'm like, I think I really like this. And now I like love it, and it's so refreshing, and I love it. Okay, not enough about Pepsi, but anyways, that was me cracking it open. And so now we're going on to my mood board. And again, because I didn't print off so many pictures this time around, well, AKA I didn't print off any, I had all of these left over. So I needed to fill up the page, or I wanted to fill up the page with some scrapbook paper. You see there, I did need to cut out an additional photo because I didn't use all of the pictures that I showed you at the very beginning. I really only pulled the photos from there that had like green and stuff in them that kind of looked more together. I didn't pull out any of the ones that had blue in it because I figured they would kind of clash with the colors, like with the scrapbook paper that I chose. So I didn't pick out any of the flamingo photos with blue in them. So yeah, that's why but I did go back and pull out that one pink one to kind of pull out, and because again, I was running low on photos, but I think that was the only one that I ended up grabbing. It was necessary because I needed it to kind of fill up this page. But this is my mood board, as you can tell, as I'm starting to basically fill up the whole page with photos. And I think adding the scrapbook paper is so handy, especially because it fills up the page quite nicely. And I just think that looking at the items that I chose, like the colorings, the stickers, all of that, if you would have looked at it all separately, it might not have gone together as nicely. But I think seeing it on paper when it's all together, I love it. I think this theme turned out super cute, and I like that, again, I'm using up my stash, and that is really important to me. I have so many stickers. The sticker club that I'm in, I literally get like 6 or 7 sheets every month. Yeah, every month. And I just have accumulated so many. So I think what I'm going to try to do this year again, or like on top of wanting to use stamps and try things different, I want to make sure I'm looking at the stickers first to kind of pick out a theme based on the stickers that I have and kind of group them together. I do have them sorted by color, but maybe group them together by, 4 or 5 sticker sheets that would look good as a theme together, and kind of pick away at them because I need to use them. I have so many, and the organization that I have them in right now, it just makes it difficult. To use them and like see them all, and like, well, the storage itself doesn't make it difficult to use them. I'm just getting a little bit full. But look at this. It's so pretty. I like it a lot. And then my paycheck tracker, I always like to add washi tape and some stickers on there. And yeah, love it. And here is my budget dashboard. And I was going to go back into 2023 and fill it all out, but I'm not going to do that because I don't have time for that. That is just way too much. And if I wanted to do that, it's not like I show you the numbers anyways, because I wanted to kind of go and do that before recording my 2023 flip through, because I'm still have not recorded that yet. I'm planning to. I have a couple. I normally do monthly memories where I have a page that has a whole bunch of pictures on it from like what happened that month, and I'm a little bit behind, and I'm wanting to catch up on that before doing the flip through. And I'm planning to get most of that done this weekend. And whatever I don't get done this weekend, I'm telling myself that I'm going to record it regardless, and I'll be able to go back in and still finish it after the fact. I still don't have to have it like fully completed. And there's going to be a lot of empty weeks because I just didn't use it as much as I wanted to use it. But it's all good. It happens. And I've said in like previous plan with me's before, really this journal is meant to be used and meant to plan and that sort of thing, but it's my creative outlet. I love making these themes more than I honestly love using them. I use it because I want to, and like it doesn't seem wasteful to me because I love doing these setups so much. But I have changed how I use it this year. So if you missed my previous month? April plan with me. There we go. If you missed my previous month, I only use this book now for to-do lists and my budgeting. So I keep track of payments that need to be made and when my bills are due, and how much hydro is this month and that sort of thing. But I don't use it to like plan out my day or plan out my week. I do have a section to indicate if there's any events happening on a week, just to, keep in mind what's going on that week in a high level purpose of if I have a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment for myself or my kids or whatever, or anything like that. But I don't, I don't use this to plan out and to put, I use it for to-do lists. That's really what I use it for. And it's this theme the layout that I'm using now for my weeklies is so handy. I literally have one column that is a to-do list and one column that is stuff that I need to buy for that week. And it's working out very well. And I'm liking that I'm in a B5 size now so that I can fit 2 weeks on a single page, so that I'm able to fit 4 weeks on a double page. But this month, it is a 5-week month. So I knew that I needed to either fit 5 weeks on a double page, or I knew I needed to add an additional 2 pages to this theme. So here is what you're looking at, is the additional 2 weeks. So spoiler alert, as you can tell, we bought a camper trailer. And well, maybe that's not what you were thinking when you saw a trailer, but that's what we did. We bought a camper trailer, and I thought a perfect way is to have a full page of stuff that I just wanted to put like different information down over like financing stuff and, what our interest rate is, all that kind of fun stuff to kind of have as like something documented, as well as a to-do list of stuff that we need to do for it. We still need to get a license plate for it. A buy list, all the things that we need to buy for it, like accessories to buy for it, and like bedding and that sort of stuff. And even like the stuff that is more my husband's responsibilities of making sure that we have all the jack stuff and some extension cords that will fit, that will reach the plugs for our hydro when we're on campsites and all that fun stuff. So I figured I had the 1.5 pages there just because, again, I only needed an additional like 1 week, and I couldn't decide which week would get like a larger section essentially. So I ended up just doing all 5 weeks the same, but gave myself the 1.5 pages for the trailer information, just so that I have lots and lots of space. So that's fun. We actually picked it up the end of April. So I think I'm going to add in those details as well over like when we picked it up. I might even put like a picture or something on that spread to kind of indicate like when we went to pick it up and that sort of thing. There's a few things that we also need to do to my Jeep for it, but all that fun stuff. We are super stoked. We have a couple campsites booked so far. They tend to book up so quickly here in Ontario. I think they go live for bookings like in March. And when we looked middle of April, when we knew we were getting it before we had picked it up, it literally like there was like slim pickings. So I quickly got in there for 2 weekends at least, and I'm trying to hope that we're able to book something in August. But look, I made another error. I did it again. I forgot about the 5th week, and I only put in the week numbers for before. So surprise, surprise, I'm going to do the exact same thing on how I fixed the days of the week. And I'm literally going to cut out this piece of paper, do a quick little measurement, and then make sure I have 5 of them, and then write down the week 18, 19, 20, 21, I think. I don't even know what week numbers they are. Let's see. Week 19 is the first one in May. So yeah, I just went through and fixed that. And I actually, again, like how it turned out, honestly, so much better. So now they are all cohesive and they look good and they're the same, and it's quite nice. But I'm really enjoying how like less spreads I'm doing for my setups. At least I feel like they're less spreads because I'm not doing the line a day and that sort of thing. So I definitely am liking the quicker setup. It took me about an hour and 20 minutes to fill this up. I also completed 3 full sticker sheets, which is exciting because again, using up my stash, and it's going quite well. But there's the final look at my weeklies, and it's flip through time, and we're at the end of this video. And I love this theme. I really do. Even though it was a leftover theme, I love it. But if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things. It means so much to me and helps this channel grow, reach more and more people, which is obviously the goal, to inspire so many more people and to encourage them to be creative. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.